Hi students! Ito ang ating Week 5 Quarter 1. Brief introduction. Many things around us have rhythms. The beating of the drums, blowing of the winds, swaying of the trees, chirping of the birds and the sunrise and sunset shows rhythm. The term, rhythm, has more than one meaning. It can mean the basic, repetitive pulse of the music or a rhythmic pattern that is repeated throughout the music. It can also refer to the pattern in time of a single small group of notes. Simply, rhythm is that music component that makes us move, or even just tap the foot when we listen to a song.
In music, simple rhythmic patterns will be introduced, and to widen your interest in music, at the same time, perform creative presentation of the activities. You will be able to sing accurately the selected song, improvise simple rhythmic patterns, and perform on selected music from the lowlands of Luzon. Rhythm is the most important element of time in music. It is the basic repetitive pulse of the music, or the rhythmic pattern that is repeated throughout the music. It is the music component that makes us move, or even just tap the foot when we listen to a song. In order to read, identify, and transcribe rhythms, you need to become familiar with rhythm notations and rhythm patterns. This mainly involves indicating when a note happens, how long it lasts, and what the common rhythm is. As you can see on your screen, every note na nakalagay dyan ay merong katumbas na beat or rhythm. So for example, full note merong 4 beats, half note merong 2 beats, quarter note merong 1 beat, 8th note half a beat, and 16th note 1/4 a beat.
This video is about counting. We now know how to recognize and read different notes, but putting them together in a sequence, i.e. actually playing a song from a sheet of music, can still be really difficult.
To make it a bit easier, a lot of us use counting and clapping to figure out rhythms before we even touch a keyboard. That way when we do start playing, we know exactly how it's meant to sound.
Now, playing rhythms can be challenging because you're essentially counting two things at the same time: the beat of the song and the actual rhythm you're playing over that beat. Counting the beat is pretty easy because it doesn't change. We're going to use 4/4 time, also called common time because it's so common. So we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting the rhythm can get a little trickier because it's not as steady or reliable. To help out, we use different words to keep track of different rhythms. As we said before, in 4/4 time, quarter notes last 1 beat, so we just count them on the beat as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8th notes, however, only last half a beat, so we need to add an "and" between the beats to track them. So we count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 16th notes have 4 notes per beat. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a... And with triplets, we count them as 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet.
This is where clapping really helps us because we have to keep track of both the beat and the rhythm at the same time. So what I like to do is clap and say the actual rhythm we're playing, but track the beat by continuing to say 1, 2, 3, 4 as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Musikang bumbong. Musikong bumbong is a marching band using woodwind instruments made of bamboo. Their instruments have similar characteristics that brass band instruments usually have. However, the sound of these two differs depending on the sizes of their instruments. It was said that even before the Spanish occupation, indigenous Filipino people had already used bamboo instruments in playing their songs. Musikong Bumbong, however, was officially formed in 18th century when they performed music for birthdays and wakes in exchange for some centavos. The original Malabon, Musikong Bumbong was first known as Banda de Boca, literally translated to mouth band, in Barrio Tunsuya, Malabon in 1896. According to sources, it was Felix Ramos who founded the band. He invented most of the bamboo instruments.
Lahat kasi ng kanilang mga instrumento, gawa sa kawayan. Ang tawag sa mga grupong ito, Musikong Bumbong. Bago pa man dumating ang mga Kastila, nadiskubre na raw ng ating mga ninuno na maaari palang gamitin ang kawayan sa paggawa ng mga instrumento. Pero noong ika-19 na siglo, nagsimulang pagkakitaan ng grupong ito kapalit ng ilang sentavo ang kanilang pagtugtog sa mga fiesta.
Naiimbita sila sa mga kasalan, sa mga patay, sa mga handaan, doon sila binabayaran.
Banda Uno ang dating tawag sa kanilang grupo. Pero noong 1972, binago ang kanilang pangalan at hinango sa patron ng Ubandon na si Santa Clara. Hanggang sa ngayon, kilala na sila bilang Banda Santa Clara at madalas daw silang tumutugtog sa tuwing ginaganap ang Ubando Fertility Rites. Gayon din sa mga piyesta at iba pang okasyon. Mag-ia mismong gumagawa ng ganitong mga instrumento, nanganganib na ring maglaho.
Proud ako kasi nakagawa instrumento. Para pang makita, kasi sa ibang bansa makita native ang ating instrumento. Kasi pangkaraniwan, puro mga brass band, di ba? Mga tanso, mga gano'n. Ito, iba. Yari sa kawayan, sa buho. Talagang ipagmamalak natin talagang atin.
You can take it anywhere, mabubuhat mo siya. Kaya lang kasi, since na-modernize na rin yung music, so nagiging digitalized na and everything else. So naiiwanan yung ganitong klaseng instrument.
Bagamat kakaunti na lang daw ang mga kagaya nilang gumagamit ng makalumang instrumentong ito, ipagpapatuloy naman daw ng Banda Santa Clara ang kanilang nasimulang musika, sasaloy pa rin ng Musikong Bumbong.
Pangkat Kawayan. Pangkat Kawayan, or more popularly known as the Singing Bamboos of the Philippines, is a well-known orchestra for their unique music played by unconventional bamboo instruments. It was founded in September 6, 1966. At present, the orchestra was managed and led by Victor O. Toledo, a conductor and musical director. The group uses more than 100 of uniquely made bamboo instruments. Each instrument was made with different size, shape, and design. The main forte of this band is playing original Filipino folk songs. However, the orchestra's repertoire includes folk melodies from other countries as well. They also play modern and popular songs and some other light classics. Brass Band. The Philippine brass band composed of woodwind, brass, and percussion instruments, making a complete ensemble. Usually, this band is present during feasts, religious, and civic occasions. It can play in various genres such as folk songs, popular music, and dance music. This type of band is known to be very in demand. Most of the time, cities ask 2 or more bands to play for them. They are sometimes competing to each other. The bands usually play in fiestas where each city's mayor patrons were honored and celebrated. One single brass band can make a celebration livelier. A parading brass band is called a marching band. Places such as Rizal, Laguna, and schools like Philippine Military Academy become home of the prominent brass bands in the country.
Hello, grade 7. Welcome to our week 7 lesson in music. Now, let us know the different instruments used in Pangkat Kawayan musical band. First one is an angklung. An angklung is also called as a bamboo rattle tubes. It is attached to a bamboo frame. It is a tube that are carved to have a resonant pitch when struck. Each angklung represents a note and is tuned to octaves. It plays the counterpoints to the melody, and it is played by shaking the lower part with one hand while the upper end holding it with the other hand steady. Next is a bungbong, or also called as bamboo tube. It is made of hollow pieces of bamboo that has been put together and serve as the orchestra's wind section. It is also divided into a bass, which is the lower, and horn, which is the higher section. Each bungbong represents one note, and to produce the sound, it has to be blown through mouthpiece. Third is the kalatok, or also called as the bamboo knocker. It is a percussion instrument which is made of pieces of bamboos that are struck together with pieces of bamboo with varying tones when struck by a rubber mallet. Fourth, the kalagong. It is a wind instrument that produces a hollow gong-like sound. It is played by tapping the top holes of the bamboos by two flat and flexible surface toppers, and it serves as a bass of the group. Next, kiskis. It is a bamboo piece with ridges and serves as a percussion instrument. Kiskis is a Filipino word which means to scratch or to rub against something, and it is played by rubbing a rattan stick on its ridges. Next, the talunggating. It is also called as bamboo marimba. It is made from bamboo that follows the musical scale and style of the typical xylophone. It plays the melody, and the mallets made out of rattan and rubber are used to play the instrument. Next, the tulali, or the bamboo flute. It is made of baga, which is one of the smallest bamboo varieties. A bamboo opening encircled by a banana leafing to a pentatonic scale, played on 4 holes, 1 found below and 3 on the top of the bamboo tube. And last, the panpipes. It is small pieces of bamboo in graduated small tubes that has been put together by a string. The sound and styling of the wind instruments found in the northern Philippines, and each pipe represents a note and is blown to produce the sound.
Activity 1. Sing. Leron-leron sinta, and move to the rhythm of the song. Upang inyong lalong maunawaan, panuuri ng susunod na video.
As you can see in the musical score sheet of Leron-leron Sinta, siya ay nasa 2/4 time signature. So, there are 2 beats in every measure. In this online activity, we are going to clap repeatedly the rhythmic pattern of the Leron-leron Sinta for you to become familiar with the rhythmic pattern. As you can see on your monitor or screen, ang Leron-leron Sinta ay nasa 2/4 time signature, therefore meron siyang 2 beats per measure. So dito sa activity na to, magka-clap ako, then kayo ay sasabay habang ako ay nagka-clap ng rhythmic pattern ng Leron-leron Sinta. Babagalan ko lang per line. Ready? Sabayan ako sa clapping. Leron, leron sinta, buko ng papaya, dalay, dalay buslo, sisidlan ng bunga. Pagdating sa dulo, nabali ang sanga, kapos kapalaran, humanap ng iba.
Hi guys, my name is Lucas Gamalian Labangquiapo, and today I am going to do the rhythmic patterns of Leron Leron Sinta. Make sure to check this out.
Maari nyo sundan o gayahin ang napanood nyong video. Or mag-create ng iba pa. Katulad ng napanood nyo, mag-video rin kayo. Ang activity 1 nyo, gagawin nyo lang ay kumanta ng leron-leron sinta, with rhythm patterns. Pwede din gamitin ang inyong mga kamay bilang rhythmic patterns or beat. A. Study the following rhythmic patterns and do the movements indicated in each beat. B. Clap the pattern repeatedly until you become familiar with it. C. Perform the rhythmic pattern below. D. Use different materials in your surroundings. Create simple rhythmic pattern and perform leron, leron sinta. Activity 2. Sing it. Post it. Make an improvised instrument using the available materials from your home, and sing atin ko pong sing-sing with it. You can perform with your family. Post it in your Facebook or YouTube account. Or send the video in my messenger. Katulad sa Activity 1, kantahin ang atin ko pong sing-sing, with improvised instrument, pwede gitara, tambol, mga gamit sa loob ng bahay ninyo, na pwedeng gamitin bilang instrument sa inyong activity. Example.
Atin ko pong sing-sing, may tuyang timpukan, ama na kiiti, kweng indong ibatan, san kan silinop, kwang mitong akaban, may wala lariti, iko kamalayan.
You're going to sing the song, Ati ko pong sing-sing, while clapping, tapping, walking, or playing localized instruments with the rhythmic pattern. Use any localized instrument to play with the rhythmic pattern while singing the song.
Activity 3. Tick the talk. Dance to the song Magtanim Ay Di Biro in TikTok with accompaniment made from recyclable materials. Gamitin ninyo ang inyong mga TikTok account sa pagbibideo, at kung wala naman pwede kahit anong camera. Example.
Magtanim ay di biro, maghapong nakayuko, di man lang makaupo, di man lang makatayo, braso ko'y namamanhit, baywang ko'y nangangawit, hindi ko'y namimiti, sa pagkababad sa tubig, sa umaga pagkising, ang lahat iisipin, kung saan may patanim, may masarap na pagkain, braso ko'y namamanhit, manhit, baywang ko'y nangangawit, hindi ko'y namimitig sa pagkababad sa tubig. Halina, halina, mga kaliya, tayo'y magsipag unat-unat, magpanibago tayo ng landas para sa araw ng bukas, para sa araw ng bukas.
Activity 4. It's blogging time. Direction: create a short video presentation or a blog about the pangkatkawayan instruments. Choose at least 3 musical instruments. Give a description on each instrument and describe how it is being played. The video should be minimum of 3 minutes and maximum of 5 minutes. Your output will be sent to your music teacher's email address or Facebook Messenger. Rubrics are given for your guidance and information. Ang gagawin ninyo ay, lumikha ng isang maikling presentasyon na video, o isang blog tungkol sa pangkatkawayan instruments. Pumili ng hindi bababa sa 3 mga instrumentong pangmusika. Magbigay paglalarawan sa bawat isa instrumento, at ilarawan kung paano ito pinatutugtog. Ang video ay dapat na minimum na 3 minuto at maximum ng 5 minuto. Example.
Good morning everyone, Nicola here, and today, for a MAPEH performance task, we'll be quickly learning about the 3 instruments in the pangkatkawayan group. The first one is angklong. Angklong is a bunch of bamboo rattle tubes attached to a bamboo frame. Tubes are carved to have a resonant pitch when smacked. Each individual angklong represents a note and is segregated into octaves. It is played using 2 hands. The right hand is used to hold the instrument still, while the left hand is used to shake the lower part to create a specific note. Next, we have the bumbong. It is made of several pieces of hollow bamboo, all tied together. They serve as the orchestra's wind section, but instead of just 1 piece of wood or 1 piece of flute, they have many stuck together which can play a specific note. We then blow on it to create a sound. And lastly, we have the kalatok. The kalatok is kind of like a Hawaiian drum. It is a percussion instrument made of several pieces of bamboo. When struck by a rubber mallet, it creates a specific tone.
Tandaan, ang pagpapasa ng inyong mga activity at mga video presentation ay sa aking found messenger. Pag nag-send ako ng thumbs up, ibig sabihin na record ko na ang inyong mga pinasa, o nalagyan na ng grades. Sa inyong check your understanding, ay sagutan nyo lamang ang mga katanungan. Dito na magtatapos ang ating Music Week 5. Reminders: 4 na activity ang bibidyohan nyo, at 2 ang sasagutan. Laging tandaan ang musika ay bahagi ng ating buhay at kasaysayan. If done in your activities, send my messenger.
Masigasig sa pag-aaral dahil laging mataas ang kaniyang mga markas. Uy, sana all!